Hi, this is Dr. Go. Today I'd like to talk about the fifth etude by Heinrich Wilhelm Ernst. There are three major elements to this. Number one is, some people call it a banana bow arm, I call it a smiley face bow arm, but it's a catch and a release, okay? And the second element is bow distribution, especially when you have two chords in one bow, okay? And the third one are these little arpeggiated figures, okay? Let's look at the first one first. This smiley face, as I like to call it, okay? We see the beginning. You release. It's a floating release. You don't yank it up or anything. Release, and when you release properly, you're on the next string, the correct string for the next note. Okay, so you can see this shape. Release. Now you're on the next string, and you just release. You just let the weight of the shoulder blade catch the string. Follow through. It's a floating release. Catch. Release. It's a floating release. There you are. Next string. You see the release for the shift and the release of the bow arm, the weight together. So the arms are releasing together. Follow through. Release. Okay, that's the first element. Now the next element are where we have two chords in one bow. Okay. Okay. So some people say 1/3, 2/3, 1/3, 2/3. Some people go 1/4, 3/4, 1/4, 3/4. I think, well, I've heard both, I've seen both, and I've seen situations where one is better than the other, but I haven't seen a solid thing where this one is better than all the other rest. It really depends on situation and the player, okay? In this case, I think the player has to experiment, because everybody with different shaped arms and everything, different length of arms, they're going to find a different solution. But in general, the first chord will be less bow than the second bow. Whether you believe in 1/4, 3/4, 1/3, 2/3, try both, okay? So the important thing is this: the first chord, try to not use too much bow. Don't yank the bow, just a natural weight, and of course contact bone. Release to find the next note. And I like the 1/4, 3/4 for a lot of this, but I do use 1/3, 2/3 for some chords. Yeah, release, 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 release. Okay, so it's up to what the violinist likes, prefers, feels more comfortable with, and what they feel musically carries the line better. Now we have the third element. These arpeggios. Okay, so these, they look difficult. They look like they go all over the place, but actually they fit into the hand really well. For me, they were not a very difficult thing for this etude compared to the massive stretches and some of the other things of musically carrying chords across. This one is just some rhythm practice with the metronome. You got it. Okay. Honestly, the things with carrying the melodies across, carrying that across beautifully was much more difficult, and of course very worth it. So those are the three major elements to this etude. I hope I gave you guys some ideas of how to tackle this piece. It's beautiful. It is really elegant and wonderful. If any questions or anything, please, fire away at the comments, and wish you guys the best. Cheers.